Allison. Can you explain what internet is?
I still love technology.
Pretty amazing.
Truly wonderful the mind of a child is.
Hey Warriors, Mr. Ogden here. Today we're going to learn how to use the Photoshop clone stamp tool. Open the assignment, 20 points. So directions, using the clone stamp tool in Photoshop, practice removing unwanted things from a photo. So here are the steps to complete this project. Watch this video, which will be down below when it's all done. Open Photoshop, upload the city photo, of course you need to download it, and begin editing. Meet all the requirements listed below. Export as a JPEG when you're done and turn it into Google Classroom. Here's the requirements. We'll get to those later. Here's the scoring. There's the photo. So to start, click on it. To download it, remember, click on your three dots and click Open in a new window. And then once you open it in a new window, the download button will appear. So go ahead and hit the download button. It'll go to your downloads. Mine looks a little different because it's an Apple computer, but basically you need to open Photoshop next. And you can just go ahead and click on Open. Go to down. Yours will be under Downloads, but actually mine is too. You're going to click on the city photo. It's a JPEG file format, and open it. And if you want to create some more space, you can just go to the top right where these two little lines are, arrows I mean, and then you can click those to create some more space. So you should know some different zooms by now, Control plus and Control minus. Okay. You also know that the Alt and Rollerball in, Rollerball out works. You can do the zoom, where you click on the zoom tool and you left click to go in, and you you Alt click to go out. So I like to use the Control plus and Control minus. Alright, so as you notice on this photo, you can get the hand tool, move it around. There's a bunch of lines on the ground. You're going to take that off using the clone stamp. There's graffiti on the pole here, on this pole as well, this pole. There's a bunch of logos on all these people's clothes. You're going to take all the logos off. You're going to put your name up here as well. So let's try that out. So first we need to go find the clone stamp tool. There it is. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to hold, let's actually zoom in a little bit, get the hand tool, move over here. Let's take off the gap of this lady's sweatshirt. So make sure you're zoomed into a good area where you can see. Make sure you have the proper tool selected. Right there, clone stamp. And so what you're going to do is you're going to hold down Alt. You're going to hold down Alt and then you're going to click. And that'll copy that area. Alt click. And then you can just, wherever you do the clone stamp, by pressing Alt and clicking, left clicking one time, that basically copies that area. So I'm going to do it again. Hold down Alt, click, let go of both. Don't worry about the red dot, and now you can paint. You see that little cross here that comes up? That's where it's getting its information from to copy as you move. If you try to do it real fast like this, you just drag it around, it kind of messes up. So if you mess up, so I'm going to continue clone stamping here. So hold down Alt and click. I'm going to go ahead and click here. You can, if it starts messing up again, you can just go ahead and do your clone stamp again, Alt click, and then just do left click, Alt click. Okay, let's get this away, Alt click, Alt click, Alt click. So you want to go to a white area. And then hold down Alt and click, and that's what area you want to use to clone stamp. It's not going to be perfect, but if we do Control minus and zoom back out, you'll notice the logo is gone. Okay. Now we need to do the same thing for the other items mentioned in Google Classroom. So all the logos have to close. So that means these ones, these ones. Let's go back to our clone stamp. And if you want to make your brush size a little bit bigger or smaller, you can come right here and do it really big. That's too big. Okay, so basically the size of the circle. This is really small. This is really big. So if you don't want to click on that little drop down arrow each time, if you go to the letter P key, P like pig, to the right of that there's some brackets. And you can use those brackets to go up and down on the size of your brush. So make sure clone stamp's selected over here. Just put your mouse over it and it'll tell you which one it is. Hold down Alt and click in the black. And then now I can clone stamp. So I'll come up here, hold down Alt, click one time, let go. Now I can clone stamp. If it starts messing up, you can go back, Command or Control Z, and you can clone stamp again. That looks pretty good. Not bad. Alright, so as Google Classroom says, you're going to go back to the requirements. You need to do all the logos off the clothes, all the white lines off the street, and all the graffiti off the poles, and then also add text with your first and last name somewhere on the photo. Make text the size 36 or larger. So if you go back to Photoshop, so the remainder of the logos is you need to have that logo taken off, that logo. You can even take the design off her top of her boots, logo off of his shirt. I believe this guy has a logo too. So if you zoom in, use the hand tool. Yeah, so the red logo there, logo off of his polo right there, logo off of her sweatshirt, and then all of the graffiti off the pole and off of this pole as well. And then all the white lines as best you can on the ground. Take those off. And then for the text, you just go hit the T. Just like Google Draw, you can just click and drag a box. Okay, and then you can just delete. Put your first and last name. Mr. Ogden. Click and drag to highlight at least 36, okay, or bigger. You can change the color right here. If you want to move it, just get the move tool. You can move it around. And there you go. When you're done, go File, and we're going to go Export. Export as. And then make sure it's a JPEG right there, format. So JPEG, export. You can just save it on the desktop and just you can title it your name, Mr. Ogden City, desktop, and then you would go to your account and come to the top right of the assignment and turn it in here on Google Classroom. Okay, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions.